Well, with me, I like to get to the bottom of everything and let, some of the information play out rather than to just be first. This is the truth behind Mariah Carey's New Year's Eve performance. Listen, I was out trying to enjoy my New Year's, and people are blowing my phone up talking about, you gotta talk about Mariah Carey. I'm like, dude, I'm out for New Year's. I'm done. I sent y'all a video and everything. That was the last video I made in 2016. You probably didn't hear it until 2017, but it's the last video I put out. Now, with that being said, I was done for the night. Then all I hear is Mariah Carey this, Mariah Carey that. And I said, well, let me see what's going on. I watch it on my phone. And I'm like, okay, this is a bad, look like something bad. So I watch it in its entirety, and I'm seeing Mariah Carey is going along. She could have stormed off. If there was a meltdown, as it was reported in the papers, a meltdown, somebody runs out, they panic, they do other things than what you saw. They don't go with the flow. They don't continue the show. She continued with everything. She could not hear. You can tell because every time she tried to catch the song, and she tried, it would go to another point in the song in which she wasn't there. And she just couldn't do it. And like she said to the audience, there was no sound check done for this song. Now, she did the other song and everything was basically okay. It was only that song for Emotional where they had technical difficulties. But Jenny McCarthy, who was a co-host for the show, came out, defended the show, and said that Mariah Carey's middle ear went out. And it's very scary when your middle ear goes out on you. And not saying that it was the fault of, Dick Clark Productions. So when Mariah Carey come out and said she was sabotaged by Dick Clark Promotions, and when you say stuff like that, now you're opening a can of worms that they're not going to want to see or hear from. How could I put this? Dick Clark Productions, right, is trying to rebuild himself. They're basically only 1 month into their new owners, working. They've been bought out by China. Okay, the China Water Group bought them out for $1 billion back in November. And since then, it's been an influx of new people, new equipment, new everything coming around and trying to revamp Dick Clark Productions into the fold of, being a staple and not something that's like a dinosaur. They're trying to bring it into the new millennium with new acts and, trying to revamp it. But what they've done is cut costs. And it looked like from last night, these issues happened. But what you saw was an immediate media attack of Mariah Carey. Everyone, her epic meltdown. The other day, she was at a weed dispensary. The other day, so you kind of raise your eyebrows and say, wow, maybe this was a sabotage. I don't know if they have a problem with UTA, United Talent Agency, because they bought the talent agency group that used to own Michael Jackson, Ringo, and, they bought out, which owned Mariah Carey, basically. So I don't know if this is a UTA problem with the Water Group, if it's a little bigger than that, but she's definitely being made out to be a scapegoat. Now, when you make somebody out the scapegoat, you better make sure you got it right. But it's like she's open game because everyone would believe it if you just say, oh, Mariah Carey did this. Oh, Mariah Carey did that. Then people go, yeah, I know. She did it. Yeah, she did it. So, when you go in that direction, this is the results. Now, Mariah Carey got paid. I guarantee you that. She's going to get paid. Nobody's going to ask for no money back. The crowd was happy with what happened. If there was a meltdown, she would have ran off the stage. She handled it like a professional. She did her job. She got off the stage. And you want to besmirch her name and everything after the fact? Yeah, I don't know. Something went wrong. And I don't know if they didn't like the implication of what happened, but definitely there was a problem. I'm out.